Hey guys, I'm Candace the Edgy Veg, and today on Hacked, I'm going to show you how to hack your Instant Pot with my favorite Instant Pot basics. Hacked is a series on my channel where I show you some of my favorite kitchen hacks, how to hack your favorite ingredients, and also test some super popular hacks that I found on the internet. Alright, if you have been living under a rock and you don't know what an Instant Pot is, it's this beautiful thing here that I thought was gimmicky and kitschy before I got one. But since getting one for Christmas 2 years ago, I have learned how to use this thing to hack my life. So it makes recipe prep easier. It just makes cooking a lot easier. You can make rice in there, your grains, you can make soup in here, you can saute, use it to pressure cook. One of my favorite things to do is to cook grains. I kind of mess up because I'll like walk away from the stove, or things that take a lot of time to soak, like beans, and then you have to like plan to eat beans 48 hours in advance, and it's a whole thing. So this guy will do that using the pressure setting in like just 30 minutes or less. Yeah, you can make soup in there, stews, super easy. I can hear you. Come here. Go. There we go. Just stay there long enough for me to get this done. One of my favorite things to make in this guy is beans. Usually, for the last 9 years, I have had to soak my beans overnight, or at least for 4 hours, but usually it's overnight. And then I have to cook it on the stove for a super long time. So with this guy, I don't have to soak them. Like, soaking definitely helps with digestibility, but you don't have to do it. You can add a little bit of apple cider vinegar to help it break down and do it all in the Instant Pot. Whether you want to do kidney beans or black beans, all you need is dried beans, which is a lot cheaper if you buy them in the grocery store as well, as opposed to canned beans. And for every 1 cup of beans, you need 8 cups of water, because beans soak up a lot of water. So I will just throw the beans in the Instant Pot with 8 cups of water and a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. You can season it here as well. You can add some salt, bay leaves. You can even cook it with some broth to make some really yummy beans, and then just put on the pressure setting. White rice is the same thing. The water ratio is a little bit different than when you're cooking it on the stove. It's actually a lot easier. So for white rice, all you need is 1 cup of white rice and 1 cup of water. And the Instant Pot has this fantastic little rice setting. So all you have to do is add both to the Instant Pot and press rice and walk away. And it's beautiful. And you can keep it in your fridge for up to 3 days and just use rice as you need it. So after your timer goes off, you want to leave the rice in the pressure cooker for 2 to 3 minutes for it to naturally release. And then you can pull open this little pressure release doohickey thing, and then take your rice out, whip it with a fork, and it's good to go. So for brown rice, it's almost the exact same as white rice. In terms of ratio, it's 1 cup of rice to 1 cup of water, or 2 cups of rice to 2 cups of water, etc. And all you have to do for that is the exact same thing. Throw them both into your Instant Pot, put on the rice setting, except for this, you are going to let the rice sit and let the pressure escape naturally for about 5 to 7 minutes before you pull the little pressure release tab. Again, whip it with a fork and it's ready to serve. One of my favorite things to make is oatmeal in the Instant Pot, because I can just throw them both in there and I can go and get ready for my day, and I don't have to sit there stirring over a pot. It'll do it all itself in here. So for every 1 cup of oats, you need 1 1/4 to 1 1/2 cups of water. So this just depends on how thick you like your oats. I don't like mine super thick, so I like to go with 1 1/2 cups water. Throw them both into the Instant Pot and hit your pressure cooker for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, when the machine beeps, let it sit and let the pressure release naturally for 12 minutes before opening the pot. Then you can take out your oats. You can flavor them however you want. You can even flavor them in the Instant Pot. So if you want to add some cinnamon or some cocoa powder, you can do that right in the Instant Pot as well. Or if you just want them plain, you can throw them in the fridge, even if you do like 3 cups at a time for like 2 breakfasts. And then you can kind of sweeten them naturally or flavor them when you're ready to eat them. Cool. One of my favorite things to make in the Instant Pot is quinoa, because I always screw up quinoa. I either cook it for too long or not enough. And this is the easiest thing to make ever in the Instant Pot. All you have to do is 1 cup of quinoa to 1 cup of water, throw it in the Instant Pot, put it on high pressure for 1 minute. That's it. And then let the pressure release naturally, and you have quinoa for dinner. Quinoa for days. The great thing about quinoa too is you can keep it in the fridge just like brown rice, and then the next day if you want to make like a healthy quinoa bowl, or throw some quinoa into a salad, or throw some quinoa into soup, or well, however you like to use your quinoa, it's ready to go in your fridge, making meal prep stupid easy. The last thing I love to do in my Instant Pot is use it to steam veggies. Now, I don't like to steam a lot of vegetables. I prefer roasted vegetables or like stir-fried vegetables, but for potatoes, one of the most annoying things is like waiting to cook a potato in the oven, or whether it's a regular potato or a sweet potato. So this guy will actually steam your potato in 10 minutes. All you need is a little turret. If you lost this when you bought your Instant Pot, or you didn't come with one, you can also just make little balls with aluminum foil and shove that in the bottom. You want to fill that with 1 cup of water, and then you just put your potatoes, whether it's regular or sweet potatoes, into the Instant Pot, put on the lid, press the pressure cooker for 10 minutes, and then you have perfectly steamed sweet potatoes or regular potatoes or broccoli or whatever vegetable you need to steam. I hope you liked this video. Let me know in the comment section below. If you are new here, please take the time to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on new videos every single week. And I will see you next time. Bye!